Good evening, Stonegate audience. I hope everyone is doing fantastic on this Sunday night in March the 10th, 2019. This is Bill Griesmer from Stonegate Capital with my weekly note investing, actually a little bit more so toward just investing tonight, actually. Tonight, this will be probably a little bit more technical than I often get into, but I really think this is something that a lot of people will definitely find interesting and hopefully very helpful. Whether you're saving for retirement or your children's college education or your college education or the vacation of your dreams or, you know, that Ferrari that you've always wanted, any kind of big goal that involves long-range planning and saving. So, one thing about tonight, I wanted to say just a little disclaimer. I am not a CPA. I am not an attorney. If you need that type of professional advice, then go talk to a professional. This is for education only. I'm just a kind of a normal guy who works very hard for his money. I'll bet you do also. And one of the things that I try to do then, since I'm working hard for my money, is learn how to invest it wisely, learn how to use it wisely so that, you know, I can have the best possible life that I can. And one of the things I try to do then is learn from smart people like Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett, his two big rules are, number one, never lose money. And then number two, remember rule number one. So that got me to thinking today, and I know I might be a little bit odd that I think of this stuff just for fun, and then I got out my calculator and was playing around with this and why that is. And also the recent volatility of the stock market has really got me to thinking about this also. Stock market over time just continues to go up and down. So one of the hallmarks of the stock market itself is volatility, and that has a lot of different definitions, and I found a couple really technical ones, but I found it more easy, at least for this, to just start trying to think about, you know, the average person. The average person, that volatility just means the value of your principal, or AKA your money, the original amount of money that you start with. That can really fluctuate up and down with regards to the stock market. So again, I was playing around with some math and figures, and I came up with this comparison here. So I figured out two people maybe that have exactly $10,000 each to start with. So the first person over here, they've got $10,000 to start with. And this person just makes 6% interest single year. Yes, again, this is a hypothetical situation, but if they made 6%, their savings would go up from $10,600 up to $11,236, up to $11,910, up to $12,625. Up to $13,382. That's the value of compound interest as that goes up there. So again, that is a 6% average return each year. This person over here may have put their money in the stock market, for example, then, which has a lot of volatility, like we talked about. So the first year they do very well. They make 12% on their money. So that works out to a return after that year. They have a total of $11,200. So they're doing pretty good after the first year, actually. However, that second year, the stock market has a bad year like it does every so often, and then it loses 30%. So this is going to decrease the value of their savings down to $7,840. Then again, try to be realistic as I can, although this is a hypothetical situation, the stock market comes back the following year and has a very good year. Say it makes 18%. So then the value of their principal, their savings, comes back to $9,251. Now, of note, keep in mind, even after that, even though they went up 12% and then 18%, okay, technically, even though they haven't lost anything in terms of return, their value that has gone up is 30%, but they lost that 30%. So now their savings are worth a total of $9,251. This is less than their original amount that they saved, less than the original amount that they invested. That is important. So then again, say it has another 2 more pretty good years. Say it goes up 16%. That would raise their value up to $10,731. And then I'm even going to, again, for the purpose of this situation, it has another good year. It goes up another 14%. And then it comes up to the total of $12,234. So, couple things. Again, this works out to, if you do the math, this works out to a 6% average. The exact same average as what this person got over here. So, why then does this person have less money? If you were to compare the 13,382 of the first one to this person that ended up with 12,234, this person over here ended up to the positive. This person over here has another $1,148. That is why I like note investing. Note investing isn't perfect. There's no guarantee of anything in life, but you just don't have the volatility with that you do with the stock market. I know I've got a much better idea. I can probably make better projections of what my return will be. I say probably. Again, there's no guarantee of everything, but especially with a performing note, if a person has been paying on a note every month for 5 years, it's a pretty good bet they're going to continue to pay on that note, okay? I can be pretty sure that it's not going to go down by 30%, that, all of a sudden they're going to start taking money away from me. If anything, if they stop paying, I'm going to foreclose, and I have other methods I can go to try to get my money back. So again, this is why, a big part of the reason why I started looking for an alternative to the stock market. I lived through 2001, 2002, 2003. And then again, I lived through 2007, 2008. And yes, the stock market does come back over time. But again, it's still hard to make up that, minus 30% return that you're going to get in probably some years. And don't take my word for it. There's a lot of people right now that are expressing a lot of concern about the stock market. So I just encourage you, everyone out there, to at least think about this type of thing. So again, this was just an example of how decreased volatility and just trying to tick off, very, very average returns can end up to the better as compared to over here. Again, notice the positive amounts over here. Each and every year was at least twice what the average return over here was. They just made 6% every year. The lowest positive year that they had over here was 12%. And they even had one year where the return was triple what it was over there. Again, though, that's the effect of volatility. When you lose 30% there, that was a big, big hit to this person over here. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's a way to figure this out. And this is, again, just $10,000. What if you were saving for your retirement? What if you were dealing with $100,000? Then instead that, $1,148, that would be like an $11,000 difference. Or what if it was $200,000? Then instead of just an $11,000 difference, that'd be $22,000 difference. You can play with the amounts. It's just a matter of moving the decimal points around. So to do it right, I hope this was helpful. I will be talking a little bit more about note investing and some of the basics of it, but this was really a big reason as to why I started paying attention and trying to think of things a little bit differently and just looking for alternatives. So I see a couple people are on live, John and Tim and Dustin. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen. If you guys have any questions, you can either write them in now, or I will be checking the comments as we go forward. And always happy to reply to comments. I really appreciate everyone that watches what I do here. Have been busy with note investing. We submitted some bids, waiting to hear back, that type of thing. Hopefully I'll have some more case studies to go over with you very soon. All right, thank you very, very much again to everyone that's watching, either live or via recorded video. And until next time, that is how you climb the hill. Thank you very much and have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.